Hey everybody, hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I'm talking to you from a very, very wet Rome. It's been raining all night long last night, all day long. A lot of things going on, demonstrations for, various reasons, police all over nearby, screaming, yelling. So this is a very, very restless time since the eclipse, the moon eclipse, and I'm sure you felt it, and all of the difficulties that there were for this. And we're slowly coming out of this. And when Irene Cara, those of you who are old enough know who she was. Irene Cara, she was born in 1951, and she just died November 25th. She was an American singer and actress, and she sang and co-wrote the song Flashdance, What a Feeling, from the movie Flashdance. And she won an Academy Award for Best Original Song for that song, and a Grammy Award for the Best Female Pop Vocal Performance as well. And she's known for playing the role of Coco Hernandez in the film called Fame, for those of you who have seen that film. And so let me just say how I'm going to go about this, because in the recent channeling sessions that I had, I would put a picture of the person who passed, who I'm channeling, and then I would concentrate. And I know that that's annoying to people watching, but it's annoying to me as well. But I have to find a way. So I've thought of getting the question. I'm not going to put it on the screen as I usually do, because it will take time away from my concentration, but I will lower my eyes and concentrate, and then come up for air and come up for the questions. I'm here with me. I have a Moldavite stone. A Moldavite is a meteorite, can be found in the Czech Republic. It's a very powerful grounding stone. And I have citrine, one of my favorite. This is light and darkness. Okay, so this is what they symbolize, more or less, the work I do. So let's start. Let me start by conjuring up Irene Cara's. The day after she died, she came to me. And in the dream, I was hearing cara, cara, cara. And in Italian, cara means dear, dear. And then I read, my news feed came in and mentioned her death. And so I thought, okay, I will be able to work with her from, after a week or so, when she's had time to move on. So let's start. Let's start. Let's see. Nirvana Bliss asks, were you intuitive on the earth plane, and what happened? Let's see. Let's put it out here so you can get a reading about that. Even if I said it's still very small, it's still impossible to read. And what surprised you the most when you crossed over? Did you want it to be done? Okay, let's see. No, love. I was not into anything esoteric at all, nor was I considered intuitive, but really, I was what you might call a material girl, like Madonna's song. Just always interested in people's thoughts of me, and I always wanted to have feedback from people. This was the biggest struggle that I had when I was alive. I learned that it was important to walk on your own 2 feet. And love came from within. You did not need another person to love. You are love. Love is in everything around you. When I passed, it was a mutual decision my soul made with divine forces, and later I did encounter for a fleeting moment all ancestors when I crossed over. I have not yet reincarnated and am pleased to be able to speak to you. Only I very much want to communicate to you that it is not as romantic as many may think when you cross over. It is as if time stands still, no sound, no time, no movement. Bliss. Yes, there is bliss. You are energy that is moving, and there are no desires or expectations. Oh, let's hope that the answers are not all that long. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Massachusetts. Hello, everyone. Okay, you know her songs, Anthea. Shri. Okay, Shri asks, how do you know if you have a choice or destiny in a situation? As I said, it is a choice, and it is a mutual decision with the divine. It is as if you just know. When you pass, you have no longer any questions or burning desires. It is as if you are all knowing. Okay. Antya asks, what is the future of Hollywood or the entertainment industry in general? I can answer by simply saying the show will go on. Entertainment will always have a place in the lives of humans. Hollywood will give way to another conglomerate and may change its name, like all similar organizations in other countries. But there remains a simple truth. Everyone has the opportunity to entertain on an individual, personal level or a more social and wider level. There are many means to do this. It depends on what you yourself are looking to do. If you want to be behind the camera, you will look for certain opportunities. If you want to be holding the camera, then you have a different profession in mind. But it will not disappear. Entertainment, like food, is here to stay. Just wait and see. And she's saying, I want to live forever. I want to live forever. Let's see. Vrinda asks, will I meet my beloved husband when I pass? Yes, of course. Of course. Where Jewel asks, now this came out nice and big. Jewels asks, let's see, this also can come out big. Where do our souls originate from, Irene? All souls have a different source of origin. And the group of origin they come from defines their nature and their characteristics. Lovely and question, but the answer is similar to how many speak of astrology. However, the soul group of origin is more profound and more telling. I'm going very slow. I don't want to burn out, so bear with me. Okay, let's see what Shri... I'll try to get people who haven't... There you go. If you know you've learned your lessons, is it your choice to take a call next? Not sure what that means, but let's see if Irene can know. When a soul incarnates, they incarnate with an idea. Many call this a contract. And although there are what people call lessons. They are not really lessons, but experiences that the soul decides to have in their lifetime. A soul can decide to end its life in their lifetime for many reasons, not just because of one lesson or experience they decided to have. It could be many different reasons. And a soul comes in with quite a number of so-called lessons to experience in differing contexts. And although in some way they condition the life that soul lives, it is not necessarily the reason why that soul decides to end its current incarnation. I feel like I'm going in slow motion, like a movie, very, very, very slow. Okay, let's see if I can. It's too small. I wonder why this is so small. Nirvana bliss. Let's see. I don't think a picture of a past one is provoking. The vice versa. The Indians have this habit of keeping a picture of a person, of a soul that's passed, to praise and remember. I don't know what the question is. Let's see if there is a response. It is not a practice of only Indians. Pictures similar to relics of lords, gods, gurus, and people past are all the same because they are symbolic and representative. It is common, and it is like taking your picture and sending it to a friend. It is the same concept. It has a very important purpose. It is not useless, but it is a form, it's a practice for that person and other people to remember and honor. It's very real, and it is born of love and respect. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep standing. Okay, let's see. Jewel says, let's see. It must be a relief for her to be in her spirit form if she always expected other people's love. Yeah. Jaya asks, see if I could open this. Is zombie virus dangerous? Let's see what there is to be said here, if that will be addressed. I only wish to say that any form of virus, any viral activity or viral entities. Viral entities can be all different kinds. They are dangerous only if they can control you. If you realize you are under the influence of viral entities, you need to seek out clearance. You need to be energetically cleared of this. It is very important. Having said this, viral entities are only one form of negative energy. There are so many more that influence us negatively. But my suggestion to you is that you will know when you have been overcome or taken under the influence of viral or other entities. That is when you seek out help if you yourself are unable to clear it. Yeah, I really feel like I'm in a slow-moving movie. Let's see. Jewel, too small. Is ancestors necessarily are they necessarily our grandparents? Because I've heard that an ancestor is someone who did something honorable in his life. I want clarity on this. No. Ancestors represent a bloodline, relatives, our forefathers, the fathers and mothers of our mothers and fathers, our bloodline. Let's see. Let's see if Jaya, there you go. What is the significance of the Egyptian pyramids? Okay. Like the question asked about ancestors and people who come to greet you when you pass, pyramids are a representation, like those relics of gurus and lords. They represent unity with the divine and house a number of souls. Of course, different cultures have similar practices, but pyramids have become so important because of the way they were built and their mass and greatness. When there is a concentration of human energy put forward to give or offer something to the divine, that creation, that location takes on extreme spiritual importance. Okay. Okay, let's see. Shri asks, do you always start where you left off in your last life, or is there a learning curve spiritually each life? No. Every life has its own agenda, has its own choice of experience or experiences to be had in each new life, and a new context, new parents that may be radically different from the previous living conditions and social class. There is no continuum, and each life, it is true, in each life you have the same or a number of souls that may be karmic, which means they cross your path again in the next life. But since we have free will, that life, in that life, you can simply decide to say, no, I don't want to go out with you, or no, I don't want to marry you. And your life will take a different turn. Free will is a concept you need to learn very clearly in order for you to live your best life today. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, Jaya. Does fasting help to cure diseases? Does fasting... Oop, finished my water. Okay. Does fasting help to cure diseases? My example will make you understand. If your body is ridden with terminal illness and you start to fast, it is powerless against that illness. Fasting is preventive and cannot heal when the process of illness overcomes your body. This happens with all kinds of illnesses. I used the example of cancer, but it also can be used with mental illness. It only has partial relevance. Okay, I'm going to take one last question. Let's see if this, oh dear, it's too small. Let's see. How can we let go, Jujul, how can we let go of someone? I became attached to someone who told me he loved me and he lied. Now he's in a couple. I want to know how to let go of that. Maybe this question will also help others. You remember, I just said, please learn what free will is and practice it. Learn to practice it in this lifetime. You are the one to decide whether to continue engaging or thinking of anything. That is the answer. No one can make you do it, but you yourself. Wow, sorry, Jujules. That was very blunt. I'm sorry about that, but that's what I guess, she said, oh, I just said that, And it was sort of, she was puffing and puffing when she said that. Before I go, you'll see here up at the top, movement consciousness, voice consciousness, and breathwork consciousness. Write to me for a free lesson. I'm going to be finishing another season with the holidays and start again in January. And the first lesson is free. Just contact me. And stay well. The good times are coming. The air is lighter. The energy has been swept past. We've undergone 3 months of hell. So bear with us and stay well. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye. I'll be back.